all you have to do a pretty good throat clear before starting. So let me put this to the side and shout off the top. I won't be looking, oh my god, I'm not going to be looking at the chat too much, but it's going to be there. And I can move it in OBS Studio pretty well. Hopefully I should do it here. So right now the screen is a little bit tilted. Let me just change that. The screen's in the center now. Yeah, okay. So, you know what, that's fine. So I'm on Firefox, and I'm doing something called OpenGuessr, which is like GeoGuessr, but free. If I get a specific view count, which I will not share now, I will publicly download GeoGuessr or buy GeoGuessr and play with that. But right now we're starting with OpenGuessr. I'm going to talk about Clash Royale for a little bit whilst playing this game and trying to learn what's going on. So my first thought is this looks like Europe. Now I've seen this page for a little while setting up the stream, but I haven't really moved around. Now this is Europe for sure. This is quite northern Europe, I would want to say. It looks like Denmark. Now I can move, but I'm not going to move for now. It's blue license plate, so definitely Europe. Looks like Denmark, maybe Germany or Austria. The road signs are there, but I'm ignoring them because in GeoGuessr you don't get the roads. But Langwise and Midtverbank. So this looks like Germany, and I'll guess Germany here, and let's see what I get. This looks like, wow, quite a lot of advertisements. Let me guess, in the middle of Germany, I'll hedge between Austria and Switzerland, like going southern Germany. And it was middle of Germany, that is good. So, Clash Royale. It's a game I've been playing for some years. I've decided that I'm in a love-hate relationship between that. And this also looks like this is Asia. But anyway, it's a love-hate relationship. But it's not about my history with Clash Royale. This video is going to be about some decks. Never mind, this looks like it is Brazil. This is Portuguese because of the way the C looks like, and the A has a weird squiggle on top of it. Anyway, so what I don't like about Clash Royale, some decks are just too annoying, and some cards are not very nerfed properly. So if this is Brazil, I'd want to go around here. Okay, it's on the other end of Brazil, which kind of sucks. On the border, I think, the exact border between Brazil and, what's this? Bolivia. Quite interesting. So I guess there is lots of red dirt everywhere in Brazil, so it's kind of hard to reach and guess. Anyway, one of the cards that, oh wow, okay, this looks like Chile. Anyway, one of the cards that I hate is Goblin Gang. It's an amazing card. I personally would love to use it if log bait players wouldn't spam Goblin Gang, and I hate when log bait players spam Goblin Gang because that's annoying. So I decided that I will hate log from now on. Or not log, sorry, Goblin Gang, because it's so annoying and there's so many cards and my knight cannot stop it. But I will be judged around because I use Expo, and that's not a very good deck in terms of people's views. Okay, there's actually Peru, which I don't know how I figured that out. I think Chile is maybe more greener down south, and maybe the mountains are a lot less steep than they would be in Peru. Anyway, okay, this looks straight like India, I think. Let's see what signs are here. Never mind, this is not India. This is El Pollo Como de, I don't speak Spanish, but it looks like it is in South America. Anyway, I do not like the log. Or, sorry, I keep on saying the log. I do not like Goblin Gang. Log bait's a bit annoying, especially when Mega Knight is there. Mega Knight's a fairly balanced card, but it's annoying because so many people use it. So you kind of have to guess when someone's playing Mega Knight. And then when someone's playing Mega Knight, it's not really fun anymore because I want to see new cards. I want to see something like an Ice Golem, not another Mega Knight. But anyway, yeah, I don't know where in South America, maybe Mexico? This is definitely in a place where English is not very spoken, so I wouldn't assume Mexico. If I look at the sun, so the sun is in the south, so it is northern hemisphere. So maybe it is Mexico. It could also be like Guatemala or southern Mexico where it's less English. So I'll go South Mexico and see where I get. So it actually was Colombia, so I could have done South America there. Anyway, I'll pause my hate towards Goblin Gang. I'll talk about my hate towards another deck after a little while, maybe 5-6 minutes, while I play some GeoGuessr with you guys right on stream. So far I got no viewers, that's totally fine. Anyway, so this looks like the Philippines. The reason why I say it's Philippines, it looks Asian. This looks definitely a temple over here. So it looks like it's Philippines, and I saw some English, but that also means anything. Doesn't always have to be Philippines with English. Vikram Divya store. Okay, so that is India. This is somewhere in India, probably North India. There was a script in that building, so I'll check it out. Okay, so that script, ooh, it looks. I would want to say Oriya or Telugu, which are the two scripts that would look something like that. I think it's Oriya. I don't think it's Telugu. Because Oriya, what I noticed is that it's very rounded on the top, but I could be wrong. Actually, it might be Telugu. Uh, I'm, I see accents on here, so I'm gonna guess here. So here it is. Okay, I was completely off. That was in Tamil Nadu. I did not really realize that. Maybe it does look different, does it? Let's see. Comparison. Yeah, it's definitely different looking. Maybe the dots are Tamil, which I should have noticed. I'm Indian, but I'm not South Indian or Tamilian, and I don't really pay too much attention to their language. Anyway, this looks like the US, 100%. Now, where in the US, that's kind of difficult. This is a white license plate, so my original guess is Illinois, but it could also be somewhere like South Carolina. They have front license plates, so that wants to make me think it's in the eastern half of the country. Now, this is very, very interesting, I'd like to say. This is definitely somewhere in the East Coast. It looks very older in a sense. Definitely an older part of town, or maybe an older state like Massachusetts. I don't think it's Massachusetts. I don't think it's New York either. I could be wrong. There's a flag. Is that the American flag or just another flag too? Just the American flag and only the American flag. So this looks like could be somewhere western US, eastern US. I'm not seeing any more clues. Looking around, it looks pretty normal, but I'm going to guess some big city, let's say near DC. And actually was Massachusetts. I should have guessed Massachusetts. And it's in Boston too. It's a very nice area. I would love to be in that place. Okay, original thoughts. This looks like, I have no clue. I would say US again, but I'm looking at this license plate and there is EU blue, so it's probably not. So it's perfect for me to look at a sign. But without looking at a sign, this looks like either Scandinavia or somewhere in some, let's say, Hungary, Poland or Lithuania, Baltic area, but also could be Northern Europe. I don't think it's Italy or like Greece in the Balkans, but let's see some signs. There's, I think, a sign up here which says Ar la Primărie. So this looks like it's Romania. And George Simin, so this guy is one of the, um, I think so, is one of the Romanian presidential candidates. And primary probably means primary somewhere. So this looks like it is somewhere in Romania, and these are Romanian candidates. So I will just guess in the middle. I think it's called plonking in terms of GeoGuessr terms. Looks like a bigger city, so I might guess somewhere here. Some bigger cities are in the coast area, so maybe somewhere like this. And let's see. Okay, it was actually Romania, very north Romania. I didn't expect it to be this north up. I could just put in the middle and been better off. 3,000 XP, which is not that bad. It's next to the border of Ukraine, which I'm surprised there's not much actual Russian text. Now this. I think this is Africa. Kenya, my guess. There is a Google truck with nothing on the side. I know Ghana has some black tape on it. Lots of blur. This could be Nigeria as well. There are auto rickshaws, which I actually don't know if that's region guessing or anywhere. This Airtel, interesting. Airtel is mostly an Indian thing, at least that I know of. But this is definitely Africa. People here have more, the hairstyle looks like you'd see more in Africa than in India. Let's see what the sign says. Something something ministry, church, M-U-M, mum. So that would make me think Nigeria, because that's a very Christian area. It means southern Nigeria, which is more Christian. So we'll guess near Lagos, I guess. And I was completely wrong. It isn't Kenya. It's in actually dead center of Nairobi. I should have probably looked at the sun to see where the hemisphere was, but Okay, it's still in Africa. I'll take that as a win. This looks like Australia or South Africa. I know Australia has red dirt, but it's also very, very barren. The sun is to our north, dead north, so it might be Australia. Pole tops. I know pole tops in Australia are like, I think metal. No, they're wooden, so it would be in Australia somewhere. And I don't know where in Australia. There's multiple places it could be. I know every time I guess near Perth, it's going to be up north, and every time I guess near Sydney, it's also up north. But I want to guess up north, but then if it's up north, it's going to be near Adelaide. So I'm going to guess New South Wales. See what happens. Okay, I was completely wrong. It is South Africa. That is a horrible guess by me. I did not expect it to be South Africa. But good to know that it look very similar. Okay, now this is in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where this is. The sun's in the south, so it's north somewhere. Now, this looks like some packing truck. So I'd want to guess somewhere like Kazakhstan or Mongolia. I don't know how much clues I can get from just looking at the mountains. Now there are, to our north-ish, there are mountains. Well, to our east, for sure, there are lots of mountains. And to our west too, but that doesn't really help. There's lots of mountains in this area anyway. But I think Kazakhstan is more mountainous, I'd like to say. I don't know where. Maybe Mongolia. I think Mongolia looks like there's mountains here. I'll guess at this point, see where it is. So it is Mongolia. It's in the more greener area of Mongolia. So this is a nice, warm place. There, I think, are yellow center lines, which means it would be in the US or Canada. I know it's not Europe, or else I would have guessed like Russia. Let's see what this truck says. So this truck is, okay, it's maximum 100 kilometers per hour. So it means it's in Canada for sure, because it's US Canada and that's kilometers, not miles. This truck doesn't have anything. Let's see what's on the back. Yeah, I honestly don't know. So this looks pretty northern. I don't think this seems very sparse though. So I'm gonna guess like Alberta, maybe near the border of British Columbia and Alberta, just because it's so sparse. And I think the French side of Europe, first of all, would have French signs, so it's not Quebec. And those areas seem to be more densely populated. So I'm gonna guess somewhere like north here, maybe not too mountainous, so somewhere like this, or somewhere like here. This looks too mountainous, so I'm gonna guess here. So it actually was in British Columbia. That is quite mountainous area. I guess this area is pretty flat. Let's see where Google Maps takes me. Google Maps is taking me in. Okay, this looks like a pretty non-hilly area, which I'm surprised why it looks like this. I would expect it to be more mountainous. Maybe further off it is. In the distance, it's kind of empty though. So I'm concerned why. Anyway, it's time for me to start with my next hated Clash Royale deck, and that is Freeze for normal decks. I don't like Freeze, and I don't think anyone likes Freeze. Ooh, this looks like it is, I want to say South Africa again. Yeah, it looks like an African name. Anyway, Freeze is annoying. I don't like it. I know it's 4 elixir, and it does a little bit of damage, but if there's a push going on, and my Expo is there, Freeze just ruins everything. I know, it's like a cheat card, and I hate Freeze, but that's all I can say. Oh, .za. It's probably Zambia. I'll guess near the capital. It was South Africa. Why is it ZA? I don't know why. Anyway, so, oh, EU blue. And the license plate's not even covered up. Oh, there's yellow on the side, which I wonder what that would mean. Maybe like Luxembourg or something? Anyway, so I don't like Freeze. It's annoying. One of my worst decks in the game. Any deck with Freeze, all you do is just spam, spam, spam Freeze. And if they have E-barbs or something and I have a Skarmy, okay, they log it, fine. Okay, I put a Knight there. They freeze that too, and I'm just pissed off. Because now you just freeze everything and your E-barbs are going to win. Unless I waste a lot of elixir on you. The purpose of Freeze, in my opinion, ooh, .pt, so it could be Portugal or Spain. I'm going to guess Portugal. Anyway, yes, I don't like, was Portugal, which is nice, near Porto. So probably a port. I don't like the Freeze decks. I think they're annoying. Quite frankly, they're low skill and they're just spammy. I hate that. Anyway, that's enough Clash Royale for the last 2 minutes. I'll probably be keeping the stream online for another, I think, 10 minutes or so. And then I will cut the stream. I think it was a good stream, 20 minutes long, about, which is good enough for my YouTube videos, and it's learning some GeoGuessr and having fun with you guys who might watch. Okay, bollards. These are cylindrical. They go up and have a red top. I wonder what that means. So this looks like it's the mountains. That car looks kind of American, but it could be South American. This is in like somewhere, some giant mountainous area, very lush. So I would guess like Argentina, maybe. Let's see what this is. QL34. Hmm. Maybe South America. I might guess South America. This looks kind of South American. Could be like Thailand though. Oh, wait. This is an overpass towards what looks like rice fields. So I want to guess Thailand. But I know it's going to be like Argentina, so I'm kind of scared. I'm hedging my bets. Okay, that I'm just going to guess Thailand. I wonder where this would be. Okay, yes, it's not in Argentina, and I'm so happy with that, that it's in Southeast Asia. And I'm level 42, which means I leveled up. So, this isn't, I have no clue. This looks like Northern Europe or America. The sun is pointing south, so it is North Hemisphere. I wondered where this would be. I think this is like Russia. Let me see if that sign says anything. No. Can I get closer to it? That doesn't seem like English, so I'm gonna guess Russia. It seems pretty northern too. Maybe Sweden? I don't know. I'll say it's like in the forest, so maybe here. Which is much closer to St. Petersburg. Okay, it is a lot more western than I expected. This is Bangladesh. It says Bangladesh up here. Islami Bank, so Islam is the main religion in Bangladesh. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's there. I just might just guess in the middle of Dhaka. I don't see any clues. I can't read Bengali, so I can't say too much on this, but I'm just gonna guess Dhaka. It's very, very densely populated though. Okay, it's actually near the border with India, near this place called Shibganj, and there's a primary school. Didn't know that this place was so densely populated. I wouldn't have expected that. This, I have no clue. This looks like it could be in the middle of nowhere, maybe Australia. Where's the sun? Sun is directly south, so maybe north. I don't think this is the like, Middle East. It could be like Oman, but Oman's a lot more sandier. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like the states of Arizona, that area. I'm gonna guess, yeah, northern Arizona. It's a good place near Las Vegas. This is in Utah, not that bad. Now this, oh wow, this is a nice ocean view. I kind of like this. That's a sign. This is nothing. Let me see an EU blue. Yes, there is EU blue and a nice little castle. So maybe this is like Sicily. Could also be southern Spain. Let's see what the road says. It's a bit cheating. Lung of Colombo. That's I think Spanish. Could be southern Spain. Could also be Italy. Let's see. It's a nice, really nice area. There's ocean on both ends. Okay, there's a sign. Let's see if the sign is legible. Appartamenti il mare. Okay, that looks like Italy. Definitely Italy. I'll guess like Sicily. This looks kind of southern. Could be wrong though. It's like here. That's close to Italy. Okay, it was in Italy, a bit more north, but that is totally fine. This is a middle of nowhere road. This is like, this could be like Bolivia. The sun is kind of north. If I want to point, force north. So that means it's southern hemisphere. I wonder where in the southern hemisphere this could be. Yeah, this is definitely like maybe Bolivia. That's why is that speed sign covered up? I don't know. Oh, but it is the yellow center line, which means that it is in um, South America probably. That's an interesting bollard. I haven't seen that before. I said Bolivia a lot. I'm just gonna guess Bolivia. See what happens. It's in Uruguay. That is interesting. So this is in the middle of, I think, Russia. What does this say? China. Okay. No, 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 not China. China doesn't have Google Street View. Could be Taiwan, Japan. Let me read that closer. This looks like hmm, Chinese. So it could be a Taiwanese at least. Here, let me see a better sign. Yeah, that seems to be a better sign. That's a when vending machine. Okay, this is Japan. Where in Japan? I don't know. It looks kind of northern. It's very like cold. So I'm gonna guess North Japan. That's a pretty cold area. So it's near Tokyo actually. Oh, it is in the ring of Tokyo near Saitama. Interesting. Didn't know it could get that cold. Now this strikes me as somewhere like Montana or Saskatchewan. It could also be Texas. It looks very American, flat, plain. Maybe like Kansas. No, I think it's like it looks kind of warm. I'll guess like Oklahoma. Okay, there's actually Colorado. It's in the desert area of Colorado. I shouldn't be surprised so much. I don't know where this is. Their homes, they're kind of blocky. I genuinely wonder where this would be. This is Charles Tucked Shop. Where's the sun? Sun's in the north, so it's south. South Africa, maybe? I honestly don't know. Here, let's see what it's on. What those license plates read. It's all white. There's some pine trees. I'm gonna guess South Africa. I know like Eswatini or Lesotho have like pine trees, so it might be near there. I'll guess into like a forested area near Eswatini, near Pretoria. Okay, it actually was in South Africa. It was on the border of South Africa and Mozambique. That's a good guess. I kind of like the seeing the palm trees. It's actually really close to the ocean, which is kind of interesting. Here, let me see if I can get myself to the ocean. How far is it? This looks like ocean? Yeah. This one kind of gets into the ocean. Yeah, there it is. Dunlop Zone Tires. Interesting place. South America, maybe? Cruzeiro do Sul. It seems South Spanish, maybe? Do Sul, maybe sun. This looks like Brazil. I don't know where in Brazil. It looks like more denser populated. There's lots of people. Looks kind of forested, so I'm gonna guess somewhere like here, Bahia. Okay, it's actually on more on the coast, almost exactly on the coast. Wow. Oh, this was exactly on the coast. Did I not see the ocean on here? I wonder if I have. Okay, let me see if I can find the ocean. Maybe here, this end. With the ocean in the background. That looks like another city. Okay, let me go here. This is definitely next to the ocean. Yeah, there it is. And there's that big city I was talking about. I wonder where that is. So that is this place. Let me see what this looks like. This area? Here, let me just close it out, and I'll see where this is. Recife, that's the place. Or Recife, I don't know how to say it. Okay. Blocky buildings, looks European, yellow license plate with blue. I think that's Netherlands. Netherlands only has that. I'm just gonna guess in the middle. Yes, that's very close. It's actually a 5K. That's a perfect one to end the normal individual rounds on. My third least favorite deck, Lava. It's annoying. It's a tanky one. I feel like it's very low skill. Some people can pull it off really well, but the majority cannot. In my opinion, Lavaloon is a very annoying deck. I don't like it so much, and every time I've been playing with Lavaloon, I've always been seeing people either have a good counter to it, that being like a Tesla, or they just kill the Lava Hound. It's just that the Lava Hound tanks and the balloon doesn't. My go-to strategy is fireballing the balloon and then using archers to just kill off the balloon and Lava Hound, and that's just like, what's it, 7 elixir trade for 12 elixir. You could also add a Tesla to like counteract the Lava Hound and not make it connect to the tower, which in that case, if you put it near your Princess Tower, it makes it a 1+1 elixir trade, and you can gain an elixir, and I like to play my X-Bow on top of that. But no more talking about Lava Hound. We're going to play the daily competition. 38 place. Let's enter. Alright, so this is in, I have no clue. This looks like Southeast Asia, I could say. Could also be Brazil, but lots of palm trees. This looks like a rice growing plant, so it could be, once again, either of the two. My bet is that it's Southeast Asia. There's a motorcycle, there are people. Oh, this is in Bengali. So it's either Bangladesh or West Bengal. Okay. Mukti Jodha, Mukti Jodha Technical School and College. So Mukti, okay. This seems like it could be West Bengal. Last time it was on the border. This seems very, it looks more Indian, I'd say. I think. So I'm gonna guess like here. Let's see where it is. This is in Bangladesh actually. Wow, but not that far off. It's 100 kilometers only in this area. So where did that put us? I'm number 7. I'm in. You can see my name kind of peeking from the top. 3,900 points. That's good enough. I think that's a good amount to end the stream on. It was good listening and talking on the stream, and it was good playing some GeoGuessr with you guys. Anyway, peace out.